Hey, so this is Dakota, and I'm going to answer your burning questions here in the woods. It's so beautiful today. I don't know what I'm going to do in the wintertime with my coffees. I guess I'll be cuddled up next to the fire with a warm blanket and maybe real coffee or hot chocolate. Okay, so today's question is from Gwynn, who says, I need my reading glasses. Hi, Dakota. My name is Gwynn. My friend recently started tapping into some shamanic practices, and then I came across your guided shamanic meditations on YouTube. I am so intrigued now and wondered if you could please tell me through your own words what shamanism is and how you help others through this form of practice. Thank you for all the deep and beautiful meditations that you offer. Gwynn. So Gwynn, in my words, there's shamanism has been around for, thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and every culture has had shamans. And so for me, it's about tapping into that deep wisdom that is within each of us, that is also connected to Father Sky, the spirit realm, to that big, grand consciousness. And it's also being deeply rooted into Mother Earth and really being able to be that bridge between, all those worlds, those two worlds. Shamanism, again, for me, is about being able to see, for lack of a better word, God everywhere. People in this field have a kind of a hang-up about calling the Great Spirit God because there's such a connotation with it, with organized religion. And for me, I grew up in organized religion, and then I found this path, and this one resonated so much more with me because it really made just so much more sense to me. To me, God doesn't reside in a building just on Sundays. Not that that's what organized religion is all about, but there's not a lot of, anyway, that's a whole other soapbox. Okay, shamanism. Sorry. To me, shamanism, it's a way of life. And it's not, I know there's a lot of places that teach you how to be a shaman. Go through shamanic training, blah, blah, blah. And there will be people who, I can just see the emails coming in now, who are going to argue with me on this. I really don't believe that you can train to be a shaman. I really don't. And the reason for that is because, well, a couple of reasons. One is that I believe we're all shamans. Every single one of us has an inner shaman within us. That part of us that is connected both above and below. And we all have that capacity to live our lives in a very shamanic way. The other thing that I do not believe, this is where I'll probably get the emails, I don't believe that you can take a weekend course or even a year-long course or 3-week course or go to a week retreat and come out of that and hang a shingle on your building that says, I'm a shaman. I don't believe that. I think the shamanic path is a lifelong path, and it is continually evolving. I don't call myself a shaman. I practice shamanic practices. I teach shamanic teachings. I, Dakota Walker, am not a shaman. And now that goes against what I just said, where I think everybody's an inner shaman, and I accept and embrace and I live my life in a shamanic way. But it's not, I'm not ready to be called a shaman. Now, when I am at my deathbed and I'm taking my last breath, and I can look back on my life and see how I lived, even then, I'm not going to call myself a shaman. That's a title that is earned by a lifelong quest of living it, in my belief. Now, if other people want to call me a shaman, that's very honoring. You know, that's beautiful. I love that. I will not call myself that. So, with those two things, you know, it's like every single day, I have a choice of how I want to live my life. I can come out here into nature and I can look at the woods around me and see all the fallen trees and the brush and etc. and say, oh my gosh, it looks like a mess out here. This is like, you know, it's not really that attractive. Or I can come out here with a shamanic mind and I can look at this woods and I can see the relationship between death and life and chaos and order. And what does that tell me about my own life? I can listen for the different sounds, the birds, the wind, all these things that speak to me. And I can take those messages internally and I can say, what is that speaking to me today? Tomorrow it might be a different message. I could come out here and seek something completely different. But for right now, today, what is it teaching me? What is it showing me? And so that's what it means to be a shaman or a shamanic practice. You know, and I am extremely leery of anybody who calls themselves a shaman. What that tells me right away is that they went to a weekend training somewhere. And they got a little certificate that says shamanic training, blah, blah, blah. And now they're, you know, hanging a shingle and charging people to come in and get soul extractions and soul recovery and all these kind of things. And the more humbled the person, the more true their spirit usually is. That's what I find anyway. So what was your question? I'm so sorry. Now I got to go find it again. And this one actually came in on my phone. So what I did before we had this private Facebook group, and I posted up in there that I was getting ready to come out here into the woods to film my Coffee with Dakotas and to send me questions if they had any. And so I got this one on the Facebook group. So, okay, so wondered if you would please tell me through your own words what shamanism is and how you help others through this form of practice. How I help others through this form of practice. So this is what I do. When somebody joins the mentorship, what we do is we go through each of the directions of the medicine wheel and really dig into our life and figure out what needs to be healed, how to bring that energy back into balance, how to live a more balanced, centered life from that wisdom keeper, which resides in the middle of the medicine wheel. And we do a lot of work. We do ritual, we do ceremony, we do soul growth work, we do meditations, we do challenges, authenticity challenges, and you know, just ways of showing up in this world and being more authentic. So there's a lot of work. Each direction has something different, and what I'm trying to do with that mentorship is to bridge this third dimensional world to the fourth and fifth dimension and bringing it all into this container called the medicine wheel that teaches you a way to bring this all into your everyday life, to integrate it. That's what I find most, is that people, you know, they go to these personal development courses and weekend retreats and all these things, and for those 3, 4, 5 days that you're there, you feel great, and you know, you're all pumped up to do all this change in your life, and you go home and then you're back into the same place you were before the retreat, because it's easy easy to be in that space when you're in a perfect environment. But then you put yourself back into your normal everyday life, and it's really hard to integrate some of these practices. So what I try to do with this mentorship is teach you how to be in your everyday life and bring these shamanic practices into your everyday reality that's easy and soulful at the same time and life-changing. So anyway, Gwynn, I would love to, we don't have any enrollments open right now. We will in the fall for the mentorship. You can join the Facebook group right now, and we do quite a few things in there that can give you some insight into some of these practices. So come join us on Facebook, and when the mentorship opens up, take a look at that and see if it's something that resonates with you. And we would love to have you and your friends. So bring many people. Okay. I think, I think this is a good day for me to just go and lay on Mother Earth. Here's a shamanic practice for you, Gwynn. Go find a really beautiful spot, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Like the spot I'm looking at right now, there's some sun coming down on it, but there's like a crap load of sticks over there. And I'm going to lay down on Mother Earth, and I'm going to feel where every stick is poking me in my body and have it give me a message. And then I'm going to ask Mother Earth to pull down any energy that is no longer serving me. And then I'm going to imagine the sun and Father Sky and my ancestors, my spirit guides, all coming in and filling my body with light. And it will take me maybe 10 minutes to do that. That's one shamanic practice that you can do that is just very simple. And you can do that in your front yard or at the park down the block. Okay? All right. Thank you for the question. Bye. Hey, so stick with me for just one more minute. I've got something really exciting to tell you, that we are just now going to be opening up a private, super private Facebook group for just a very select people who are very interested in this kind of work. So what we're planning on doing is doing some light teachings that will kind of coincide with what we do in the mentorship, to give you a little taste test of each of the directions. And so for 9 weeks, out of each time that we go around the medicine wheel, we will re-embark on a new direction and give you some challenges and some fun things to do that will kind of line you up with that energy of the medicine wheel. I'll also be doing a live meditation every single week, and we call that Trance Tuesday, so you can guess what day it's going to be on. And in addition to that, we're also going to do, in August, we're going to do a 21-day gratitude challenge. I can kind of foresee that in the fall time, we're going to do a 21-day soul detox cleanse. We'll do 21 days of ritual. We're just going to do all kinds of stuff. So anyway, this is an invitation only type Facebook group. It's a closed group. So if you want in, then go to the link below and let us know that you want in, and we will make sure that you get a personal invite. So again, go to the link below, get your personal invite, your little golden VIP card, and join us. We're actually going to be starting meditations now, so they probably, by the time you see this, have already started. So get on there and come join the community. Now, wait, before I let you go, before you hit that stop button, this group, this Facebook group I want the energy to be super high, and I want it to be really authentic, and I want people to show up. So if you're just joining the group just to have it on a tab on the sidebar, it's not going to be worth your while. It's not going to be worth my while. I want people who are engaged. I want people who are really interested in learning this work. So if you know somebody also that you think would fit that, then please give them this link and let them kind of join up. Or once you're in, you can invite people in as well that you want. But really, I'm very protective of my groups. So please come join us if you really feel called and led to. All right, I'll see you in Facebook or in another coffee. Bye, guys.